All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Dixon here for MLM Monday, episode 93. Super pumped to be here connecting with each of you. Hope you are having an amazing, blessed day as you're connecting and checking out the information today. If you're watching live, go ahead and comment and watching live. If you're watching on replay or recording, go ahead and just say watching on replay. Totally cool and fantastic connect. So, good questions today. It is startup season. Holy moly. Lots of really cool folks starting new ventures, starting new companies, a whole bunch of people in the space doing lots of really incredible big moves. I think 2019 into 2020 is going to be a very incredible time for the space, and a lot of people excited to do very cool, unique offerings inside of referral marketing. Seeing people move from like traditional influencer marketing Shopify stores to starting their own MLMs in the space, all the way to folks who've created really unique products and services to using the referral marketing space to promote them and get them out to folks here inside of the space. So a couple questions that came up today I thought that were great is, hey, what are the things I should have before I even start looking at software for my direct sales company? And who do I need on the team? And how do I even shop to compare for different direct sales company software? And it's an interesting topic because even as running the show and being the president of the Direct Selling Executives Forum, I also am CEO, and my primary role, what I do every single day, is CEO of NaXum. I've been blessed and gifted for the last 9 years to run the teams there with Rod, the founder, and love these questions and this journey that direct selling companies go through. I don't often come back and share my story here when we connect here, but for those of you that want the highlighted version, I started in the industry 13 plus years ago, watched my sister make six figures her first year in network marketing and said, man, if she can do that, I wonder what I can do. And as a 16-year-old kid, you can't sign up yet. You got to wait till you're older. So my 18th birthday, I signed up. And because every 18-year-old kid knows way more than their 23-year-old sister, I made $0 my first 10 months, doing it all my own way instead of following the processes their way. And even some of you watching the show were reps and friends. Even at the time, I see Nancy's on, Kyle's on. It's awesome. I had then gone on that next year to be a multiple six-figure earner in that company, and it really blessed my family's life forever. We were able to do things that we never thought were possible. We were able to get involved in real estate and just do things that just weren't even a part of the conversation in our life. So I fell in love with the transformation that direct sales can make in other families' lives. I then got an opportunity to create some software, sold it to some top reps and companies that you would know named USANA and Zango at the time, and then brought the technology to a company named NaXum. I was their chief sales officer for a few years and then took over as CEO. And we transitioned from being a marketing services provider, building marketing platforms in the space, to then doing commissions for companies, to today not only providing the entire solution, but doing actual development on mobile phones for Apple and the Google Play Store to have native applications where artificial intelligence and predictive actions can actually help your newest rep to be successful in the space. I share that all to say that when most people ask these questions of, hey, what do you need before you start a direct sales company? Who do you need on the team? And how do you shop for MLM software? There's some old traditional paradigms, and then there's some new school stuff people are doing in this space that is a completely different way to approach the subject. So the first key, who do you need on the team, is you got to have at least one person that's full time. And when you're starting a direct sales company, many times you have folks that are consulting or doing other businesses or have positions in other companies, and their focus is spread out. No matter what you have in the core team, one person needs to be full time on this project, right? You might have 4 or 5 individuals, right, where you're all teaming up together to start a direct sales company, or husband and wife. One of you needs to be full time on this venture. I have yet to see a client go from this journey from where they are to winning without one person being full time in this venture on the corporate team. I know that should go without saying, but you just got to say that and you get that. Okay, what do you have to have before you start? Well, you have to know what you want that experience to feel like. You have to know what you want the distributor experience to feel like, and you have to know what you want the actual customer experience to feel like. Hello, hello. Hey, a bunch of you guys are joining. Thank you, Peter, Tammy, Charles, Nancy, Justin, Kyle, Joel, Liza. Awesome, awesome. Got friends here from Netherlands, USA, Canada. Oh man, all over the place. Phoenix. Cool, cool, cool. All right, back to the topic. What do you need before you start? You have to know what you want it to feel like. You want to go ahead and actually understand, right, the actual ecosystem you're creating. Because here's what happens when you think of your product or you think about your service, right? What you have to put together to even make a decision about what MLM software is right for you is you have to put together an ecosystem of what it's going to feel like for this tribe of people to engage with you so that the company can get to $1 million a month in revenue. If you're not doing $1 million a month in revenue, you're not operationally sound and you're not going to last long term. Because let's just break it down backwards if you want, folks. If you are doing $1 million a month in revenue as your direct sales company, it's just a starting point. Where most of these companies who have a price point of, let's just say, $100 a month, so a million. You guys see this? You have 10,000 customers. You guys got that? So at 10,000 customers at $100 a month each, right? And some of those are promoters, some of those are customers. How many people are actually earning a commission? Let's say your comp plan's paying out right around 30% at that time for how mature you are at $1 million a month. So paying out $300,000 split up amongst 2,000 people, right? 800 people. See, you're not changing anyone's life at $1 million a month as a direct sales company. Like you're making a difference in their life, but you're not like changing legacies and destinies to come. So the key is you have to get to $1 million a month in revenue to even be making a difference, to be operationally sound, to where it's making a contribution in a family's life. Can you see anything lower than that? It just you may not even have leaders that are even full time in your space. You may not be supporting anyone in your sales force full time, right? But after $1 million a month, you start to be supporting people full time. You look at your earners, and you got a couple people who are making, $3,000 a month, and $4,000 a month, $6,000 a month, and maybe you got a couple people making $12,000 a month or $10,000 a month. And you start to move to the space where, wow, there's some folks making full time income here that are leading your tribe in the space, actually making a difference. And so you have to design the ecosystem. And there's a couple different ways people actually move through this practice of designing the ecosystem. All right. Some people will go ahead and do a branding spec doc right away. And I think that's a great idea to go ahead and grab your logos, go ahead and identify 20 to 30 images that explain the lifestyle, what you'd want it to feel like, images that you'd use in your website, that you'd use on your products in the space, or on your service offerings, or on your flyers. Go just create a little folder and put 20, 30 images that say, yeah, that's us, right? You can go ahead and get your logo done on 99 Designs if you just want to get that inspiration of saying, hey, yeah, that's what it's going to look like. And grab your colors, right? Grab your fonts of what it's going to feel like, right? And then you have to identify partners, right? And there's an old paradigm and a new paradigm in this once again. So the old way is that you'd have, one vendor in the space it's called the best in class thought, right? Is that you have one vendor in the place, just do your commission software. You have another vendor do your CRM and marketing systems. You have another vendor do your email deliverability. You have another vendor do your mobile app development. Or you have another vendor do your shopping stuff. Okay, right? And then there's a different school of thought that is saying, who can I have one place of accountability when it comes to systems and platforms in place? And that was the space that I stepped into because I saw a challenge. In the old paradigm, I used to act as the marketing systems provider. We do email deliverability, capture pages, social media tools, marketing systems, and it was awesome. The challenge came up when the commissions vendor and the mobile app vendor, the other people would make changes and updates and not tell us, right? And links would break and we'd have to go in and fix. And still that was something to maintain. But the real challenge was for the client who was on the way of getting to $1 million a month. Is the challenge came when the client would say, man, I'm working to do everything I can to go get to $1 million a month. I'm plugging away, I'm doing the work, but here I am, right? And I can't get this initiative launched or this project done for this contest. and they're telling me it's for you, and this vendor's telling me it's for you. There's this confusion in the accountability. So a lot of companies try to run on 4 or 5 different vendors for their core tech, and the challenge with that is the accountability to actually get things done. I know even some of my clients wish things got done faster from our own team, but the key is that it's accountable. For them, they can hand a project to us and say, team, we want you to deliver. And we're the same team doing the web work, who's doing the commissions work, who's doing the mobile app work inside of that system. So when they have an initiative that they're going to do next month, when they give us that clear story to go lay out, we can execute on that, show them that's working, they can release it to their field, right? So it all comes back to being a clear communicator and giving things actually time to be developed, and not always wishing something was done yesterday that you never even communicated to your vendor, right? There's a really great relationship there, and we're blessed to have great relationships like that, where people will tell us, yeah, this is what we want to do in June, this is what we want to do in July, this is what we want to do in September. And so we're able to actually plan and execute and get creative and get everything done for them so that they can have fantastic platforms and fantastic campaigns in the space. So these are some of the things you want to think about when you're shopping for MLM software. Are you going to try to do that best-in-class approach where you say, well, I'm going to think of all these little pieces and try and integrate them and get them to work together? Or are you going to want to work with a provider that does lots of those things in-house, someone who's not distracted? Right? One thing that's been a sacrifice that I've chosen to make in the space with my team and the focus of our company and the dozens of developers we have that work for us internally, right, in our 2 offices, is that we made the decision inherently to be all about direct selling and MLM and referral marketing and not get involved in other spaces. All of our clients are referral marketing, direct sales. And so that specialization, saying no to all other things, makes you really good at the things you can contribute value in. And that's a blessing to be able to do that and to be able to serve in that part of the space. So these are great things that you can do when you're connecting and looking for those things in the space. You want to make that decision of, are you going to try and put those pieces together yourself and have your own technical team, or are you going to work with someone who's going to bring it all together for you inside of the space? You'll be able to make decisions from there. I want to thank you so much for jumping out here on the live. If you have questions or thoughts, I see a lot of folks tagging all sorts of folks here in the thread, checking it out. Good to have you here. If you have questions or you're watching on a replay, send us a private message here on Facebook. You're welcome to PM us. Or if you're on the newsletter, you can go to NaXum.com. You can check out the newsletter and get more access to more MLM Monday. I want to thank you all for being here today. Have a wonderful Monday and tear it up this week, folks. You deserve it. Talk with you soon. Bye for now.